Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is morning time. This is Tracey Brown coming to you to do the podcast on Revelations. How's everyone doing? How are you doing? How is your week? How was your week? Um, Let me tell you that we had a super psychic event yesterday, and the topic was Kanye and Kim. And I will invite you all to check out the Super Psychics. I did check the views, and you know, as of this morning, when I checked it like 2 hours ago, it had 1,000 views. 1,000, right? And that's pretty good. No, it's had 1,000 views from 9 hours ago. And that's not bad, right? Um, so people are listening. I appreciate everyone that listens and takes in anything that we have to say. I'm honored. I'm always honored. I know I say it a lot, but I hope people truly understand how honored I can't even sometimes tell you. Yesterday we had for the Super Psychics Marie Nicole. Check her out on IG. The Melissa Burton show. Check Melissa Burton out in a couple of hours. She has her own show on Block Talk Radio where she gives free readings. All right, and has a great following. At Beautiful Conundrum. Beautiful Conundrum is the one that sells the sea moss, by the way, straight from the Caribbean. And then we had a newbie, Brett Valdez. He's the one with the green hair. Um, and then there was me, of course. So, really good show yesterday. Thank you guys for participating in the Super Psychic event. Prior to the Super Psychic event, we had another one on Rihanna. Is Rihanna married? Was the topic. And again, we had at Marie Nicole. We had uh, at Island Dreamer on YouTube. She's at Island Dream on YouTube, but she is at the Kiki Witch Tea, I believe, on IG, at Beautiful Conundrum, and at the Melissa Burton Show. These are all, you can find them all on IG, and of course myself. And to date, that the viewership for that is 3,000. So I'm honored, and I hope you understand that I'm trying to give you guys some new insights into new psychics that could be there for you. So I hope you guys see what I'm doing, right? Oh, sure, Prima. Just let me see. Text, and I'm available today. Okay, 213-45. No wait, 213-458-7408. Just text that number right now. He's on standby. Whenever I start working, he's on standby. And as soon as the show is over, I'm doing my reading. So please sign up. Just text him. So I'm gonna bring Melissa on right away, but I did notice. I think I know what's wrong. I think. Oh, you pretty butterfly. I think I think I need to get a new speaker. That's what I think. Seriously. Let me see if I turn everything off, though. Oh, Melissa, is Melissa on yet? Yeah, she's on. Hi, Melissa. I'm going to welcome Melissa from the Melissa Burton Show.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Melissa. Yes, I hear you. I do think I need a better speaker. Can you remind me of the speaker that
I hear you now. I had to put my own stuff on speaker.
Oh, you had to put yourself on speaker.
Yeah.
Melissa, can you remind me of the what is these things called? The Bluetooth that you once gave me. I re-brought it, but it didn't follow me to the Caribbean, so I gotta buy it again.
Oh my, yeah, it was like a Bluetooth that looks like a almost like a speaker.
Yes.
It was rectangle.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the name of it?
That's what I look online and see.
I can, you know.
No, I don't remember the name of that.
I can get it on Amazon. I know I brought it. I brought it in 2021 or 2021. I think I brought it. I'll find it again. It just didn't carry. I didn't carry it. It must be in one of those boxes that still has to come over. So it is what it is. Melissa, how are you? How are you, Melissa?
I am tired. After the show last night, you
Yeah.
know, I took my son outside, let him go at the bush, let's be at the bush, and then I went to bed. I said, wait a minute. I was like, the day went so fast, the time was like, woo.
Well, first of all, you went out to dinner. That's energy, right? And then you came on the show. And then you came on the show, and then we had Kanye's, energy. So it was a lot.
Oh, Kanye's energy was like very, like, it made me dizzy.
Very chaotic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, if you have an energy of dizziness, I mean, just having that chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos all day long. Imagine being around that person. You're gonna be like, you know what? I'll call you later.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things Kim was going through, right? The constant chaos in his head, in the house, right? So that's hard. That's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
But thank you.
I feel like she can hide her stress because she wears a lot of makeup. You know, some people you can tell when they're stressed on their face. I feel like, she got a good makeup skin, she can hide that.
Yeah, but a lot of Botox too, where she doesn't, she barely can move her face. You know?
Yeah, that too.
So, I don't know.
Wow. You know what, too? The daughter, she does like TikTok and stuff sometimes, right?
Yep.
She definitely looks like someone that's gonna be like, I'm gonna do what I want, and you can't stop me.
Yeah. TikTok is a bug, right? Once you got that bug, it's hard to come out of that. And they introduced the bug to her.
Yeah.
I mean, Kanye was there at the time. He could have been stopped it.
Mhm. It's like social media. I'm not gonna lie. Once I watch something on TikTok, I'm on there for like, before I know it, I'm on there for like 2 hours. I'm like, wait a minute, where did time go? I said, oh my gosh, I was watching. That's how it gets you, you know.
Mhm.
So
my phone used to tell me. my phone used to tell me how much time I've spent on my phone, and it just stopped. It was like it's off the chains. It just stopped. It won't even tell me anymore. It's like it's too much.
You want to know something, Tracy?
Hmm.
I still got my cards on my table last night.
I think I do too. That's how tired you were.
I have them on the table, and I'm just like,
You just went to bed.
I didn't touch anything back. I just went to bed.
You just went to bed. That is so funny.
Sometimes you just don't know what.
That is
Sometimes
too
you just
funny.
don't know what kind of energy someone has until you dive in.
You know, I think that's what people don't realize. Like, doing psychic work plus having a life outside of psychic work, right? Working a 9 to 5,
Yeah.
right? Taking care of kids, some of us, right? Husbands, some of us, right? It's a lot. It's a lot. And then to take on the energy of the client, right? And still, you, the individual, still maintain. Child. People don't know. These psychics go through it.
No, they don't know. I mean, especially when we did the reading with Rihanna and ASAP.
Mm.
And how the brother came through. You know, once you tap into mediumship stuff, I kind of like, you know, once you feel that person's energy, you feel their body aches and everything, after the reading, I kind of have to put on something ratchet or whatever and just click myself out.
Absolutely.
You have to just put on a movie or do a walk.
Yes.
Because sometimes, I realize what I used to do is that sometimes I will do a reading for somebody, and next minute it's like I have their energy. Like I keep thinking, oh, I can tell them this, I can tell them that, like all day long, right? And I have to say, no, you have to cut yourself from their energy. The reading's done. The exchange was done. You have to stop.
Yes.
That's
I think
that is hard.
Well,
you learn over time.
You do learn over time because you don't want to like sit on your, like finish a reading and then go sit on your sofa and be down or be excited. Like you don't want any of the energy. Right? So, you know what I do, Melissa, as a symbol, right? When I finish a reading, right, I turn my phone face down. It's symbolic that the reading ended for me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I turn it face down. That's the first thing. The second thing is I do keep Florida water around me to spray the air, spray myself, you know, spray my crown chakra. I just kind of spray it up in the air and it comes down like rain. You know? Yeah.
I gotta do that.
Yes. Yes. Now, Melissa, let me tell you.
Know, like you could feel it.
You could feel it, yeah. So I just keep a spray bottle. Could be big or small. Don't drive yourself crazy. I actually mix mine only because I want to save the Florida water. So I mix it with alcohol, right? And I just throw it up in the air.
Right.
I just throw it up in the air and I let it come down on me like rain. And it does make a difference in clearing, you know, your energy. I just did it just now because I keep the Florida water close to me at all times. But I mix it with alcohol. But I also use it as a cleaning solution, Melissa. So I clean my desk and everything with it.
That's smart to do too because there's energy in everything.
Yep. Sure is, Melissa. Marie says she does that too. What do you do, Marie? Tell us more. And good health to everyone. So happy to finally witness a live show. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy for you too. Give us more details, Marie. What you say? What you say, Melissa?
Good health to everybody as well.
Melissa says good health to everybody. Yes. Hold on, let me make sure this is turned up good enough. But I just want to thank you all. You, Melissa, and Marie is on right now. Thank you all for Marie is a part of the super psychics. I gotta get a song or something for super psychics. That would be hot. And also, the super psychics are going to have their own IG page. All right. Now, did I see Cola in the group this morning? I think I did. Okay, good. Let me just make sure we can go live on 222.
That's going to be fun.
That's going to be amazing. I am so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my roosters are coming in. My rooster's coming in, Melissa. Oh, they're coming in. They're so annoying. I hate them. I'll just take a picture to show you all. Hi. I think they want some food. Listen to me, Melissa. I had a dream. I woke up this morning. I guess around 6 or 7, right? Remembering that it was Saturday, so for me, the show doesn't start till 10. So I said, I was so exhausted last night. Same thing as you with the Kanye video. So I said, go back to sleep. So I said, okay, right? So sometimes, I don't know if that's me or if that's spirit, right? But I listened, right? So I went back to sleep. Had the worst dream ever. Dreamt that somebody came into my house, took my candle wax, and put it in storage. And then, but it's an open storage for the whole complex. And then but I didn't know this. I get up and I see the space is empty. And I go, oh, that looks different. Why is the space empty? Right? And then I dreamt I went to storage and I found all my candle wax boxes. But it was this place. I never have dreams about present time. It was this place.
Wow.
I was like...
It's like basically feels like someone's jealous of your hidden talent.
Say that again now?
I said, to me, it feels like someone like jealous of your hidden talent.
Oh, shit. What? Of my candles?
Well, they're gonna go hide the wax, and in the storage.
Right.
You know, sometimes you know how like a little kid, a parent is annoyed by the toy sound, right?
Yes.
And they say, "Oh my God, I gotta go hide this toy so my child can stop playing with it."
Yes. Oh shit.
It
No
kind of feels
fucking
like that,
way.
too.
No way. But hold on. I just need to feed the roosters, Melissa. But I got my candles back, so you know what I mean, Melissa? I wanted here.
You took your power back.
I took my power back. Thank you. Here, guys. I love you. Y'all don't even want the bread. Here, birds. I got the little brown doves, too. They don't even want the bread. They're just coming just in case it's something. You know, the male roosters are the elaborate-looking ones.
You can't have it.
What you say?
I say you took your power back like you can't have it.
All right. Exactly. I found 3 boxes. I went and found all them boxes, Melissa. Thank you for saying that. So Marie says the Florida water she puts next to her when doing readings. And when people come through the door, I have a spray bottle with Florida water and alcohol, and they get sprayed down. That's what I'm talking about.
No way.
I love that.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Up in her house.
Brandy says, I should spray myself more frequently than I do, but I tend to spray after negative sessions. She's a therapist. You know, I would say even if you had a good reading, right? Because not a good reading, a good session, even as a therapist, because again, their happiness is their happiness, right? Their good session is their good session, right? So you want to make sure that you send them out with their energy, even though it's a good session. But honey child, always spray with negative energy. Let me tell you something. Some people come in on purpose to use you, therapist, to dump on. They do it on purpose. So Starseed Patty Gemini, I love that everyone has something to do with Florida water, says she sprayed Florida water in every corner of the house and soak Himalaya salt with water and wash all your walls down with it. Oh, sookie now.
Wow.
Oh, sookie now. And I'm going to add to that, Starseed Patty Gemini. If you do it on Monday and add peppermint to the water, you're going to also bring money in. Right, Melissa? We always wash with peppermint on Mondays.
The peppermint. Yep, I used to wash the doors with it and the doorknob.
Me too. I do it on my doorknobs. Yes. Especially since sometimes we forget to do the doorknobs, but imagine how dirty they are.
Yeah.
I do the outside door especially because, you know, when you're coming in your house, you done touched everything out there. That doorknob is taking some energy. But this is so hot. So Brandy is thanking Starseed Gemini. Starseed Gemini says, you're welcome. And she goes, I got more. She's like, girl. She got more. So, you know, she's in the business. Yes, Marie says she does the outside door and the doorbell. Exactly. Yes. All right, Melissa. Protect the energy of your home. It's the only thing that matters. The only thing that matters is your home. And let me just add to that when we talk about protecting the energy of your home. Whenever somebody comes to my home, they're kind of so surprised at the way it looks, right? So they always come in and they go, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Well, it really isn't beautiful. It's serene. My house is my sanctuary. My bedroom is my sleep and love boudoir. And I don't forget that. Right? I sleep in my bedroom. I make love in my bedroom. The only 2 purposes of the bedroom, other than holding my clothes, right? Your living quarters is your sanctuary. And you must always remember that. So, if it's your sanctuary, the only thing that should be in your house is calm and peace. And if you have children, the chaos from children is okay, because they're going to provide happy chaos. They don't have the same issues that we have, right? And I
Right.
love the chaos of children, right? They break up energy. And so their chaos is good chaos. But what you provide in the home is your sanctuary. That means we don't argue. Nobody makes me mental, right? We don't participate
Right.
in someone else's ugly in the house, right? If you got teenage children, they got attitude, invite them to their bedroom. Come back out when your attitude is better, please. Because the living
I
quarters,
love that.
yeah, yes, yeah. You know, your bedroom is your, well, lately I do readings out of my bedroom, but that energy doesn't bother me. Your bedroom is your sanctuary. So start decorating it where you're providing the right amount of peace in your house, and start acting like your house is a place of peace. You start acting like your house is a place of peace, the walls will respond. The walls will respond.
Mm.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And that way, if there's any negative entities out there, they're going to go to the house next door because they got the negative energy that they want. You sitting up here all peaceful and calm, they get negative energy gets bored. They're like, I need to shake things up. Go next door. I heard them arguing. They got problems. Go to them. But you can't come in my house. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I provide my peace. Mm-hmm.
You know what you're saying that, Tracy?
Yes.
I realize sometimes, like in the past, like I said, like going over a friend's house,
Yeah.
you can feel that, and their house is kind of like heavy, right?
Yes.
Like you can't breathe, right? It's
Yeah.
like too much dust in the air, you know? And it's kind of like that whole, I'm never going to go back over there again type of thing.
Yeah.
That's when you know they got, you know, when you're a teenager and stuff, you don't think like that.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But I realize once you get older, you understand, like, okay, the energy's happy in their house.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Or even when you're in college and you have a roommate with someone, you could be the peaceful, calm one, and the roommate will bust through that door with all that energy, and it's like, you back? You back already? Damn. All right, girl. Crying, drama, boyfriend issues. Nobody likes her at the job. And it's like, girl, it's you. It's you. But you don't say that, right? Because you're too young and immature to get somebody to understand their own energy. But it's like, girl, that happened again? Ciao. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, you're like,
like you're repeating the same process.
Exactly. Starseed Patty is giving us some other things. The runes, which is, I love the runes. Thurias is protection, warning, contemplations, decisions, luck. I'll write on a cold coffee, anything cold, warm drinks. Okay, I'm totally confused. Oh.
No, I didn't understand.
Ciao. Ooh, them damn birds scare me sometimes. And then the room Alkish, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Protection, defense, opportunity, elk sage plant. So smash blueberries in a bowl really good and write that algae's ruin on every window in your house. No, I will have ants. No, thank you. I'm in the Caribbean. I will have ants. But I do like that. Why aren't you putting this in an ebook, Starseed Gemini? Put it in an ebook. Sounds like really good advice. That's hot. Especially with the runes. You know, I'll do magic with the, it looks like an F, the runes, because it's for abundance. Do you know that runes, Melissa? I'll post it in the group. Because I'll do magic.
Okay.
I'll do money magic with that. It looks like an F, but I don't know what it is. Hold on a second. Oh, wait. So, Melissa, are we ready to get started and read something?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Hold on a second. So, I kind of keep forgetting where we left off. But I put my pen.
Was it chapter 11?
I thought so, right? Oh, the woman and the child and the dragon, yes. I think it was chapter 12. We did 11:19, where we said the nations were angry, the wrath had come, and the time of the dead they should be judged, and that you should reward your servants, the prophets and the saints, and those who fear your name, small and great, and should destroy those who destroy the earth. And the temple of God was open in heaven, because you remember he had closed it down for a minute. And the ark of his covenant was seen in his temple. And there were lightnings, noise, thundering, and an earthquake. So no, it's not 12, it's 13, because 12 is the woman that came down, the pregnant woman that came down. Remember with the garland of 12 stars?
Everybody had to protect. Right. She needed protection.
Yes.
From what I remember.
Yes. And then Satan was thrown out of heaven. We talked about that. Okay, I think we're at 12:13, Melissa. 12:13. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Revelations 12:13, right? Now when the dragon saw that he had been cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male child. But the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness to her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the presence of the serpent. So the serpent spewed water out of his mouth like a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away by the flood. But the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon had spewed out of his mouth. And the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to make war with the rest of her offsprings, who kept the commandments of God and had the testimony of Jesus Christ. You know, I want to talk about the flooding, right? And you know when you see a flood and it's as high as a stop sign? And I always think to myself, Melissa, how does the water go away? Right?
Yeah, where does it go?
Where does it go? What are you talking about? I've got to...
But sometimes But the sewer, I feel like the sewer's not as big
No, there are floods.
the way how that water is coming.
There are floods that have happened in neighborhoods where it's up to the second floor, up to the roof, Melissa, right? And it just goes away.
Right.
So it just brings me back to the part where the dragon, and again, we can, like, if we look at some of the things in the Bible, we can relate to real life stuff, right?
Right.
And, you know, is it evil that contributes not just to rain, but flooding? Is that evil showing up? Is that evil showing up to God to go, oh, I'm going to take out your whole neighborhood, watch, right? And then is it God or the earth that takes it back? Does the earth cleanse itself when something bad happens? Right?
Yeah, the earth cleanses itself. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so there's this part in the Bible where it says 12:15, so the serpent spewed water out of his mouth like a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away by the flood. But the earth helped the woman. And the earth opened up its mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon had spewed.
Wow.
That is crazy. And it just reminds me of all those times and all those floods. And it's like, how do you leave? Why isn't it just a new lake? Why, like, how, like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Anywhere that has big floods like that, like to the rooftop of, like, you know, outside of the whole town, you wonder where the water really goes. Nobody never talks about that.
No one ever lets
you know?
us know.
It's like a hush.
We know it goes away. We don't know what's the magic in it going away. And that has to be the earth reclaiming, right? A disastrous situation. Melissa, I know in California, right? We can, and Colorado has the same thing. I don't know if Texas has the same problem. I know Arizona, Colorado, and California. Like acres and acres of land will burn down. And Melissa, 6 months later, you see growth.
Wow, after all that.
After
you
all,
see life again?
You see life. And you know what? You know what's interesting? It comes back better, greener, richer. It's a weird thing that happens. And this just reminds me of this part of the Bible where the earth, right, reclaims itself. It says the earth helped the woman and opened its mouth and swallowed up the flood. The same thing happens in fires. The earth comes back greener, more plush. And it's a phenomenon. Yeah. It's
like basically when it's too hot and the forest burns because of the heat. That's considered, you know, part of the earth, right? Part of nature.
Yes. It's so beautiful, Melissa.
It's like a sacrifice.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a sacrifice to burn off what they have.
Yes.
To have something greater.
And it's so beautiful. If I can just tell you how, like, because I'm from California, so trust and believe I get it, right? It's so beautiful when you're like, wait, didn't this place burn down a year ago? And they're like, yeah. And you're like, but how? Right? The inexplicable things that earth, God, Christ, Jesus, like, it's all inexplicable. And these are the reasons why I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles because the flood always recedes. Right? I believe in miracles because the land always returns better. Now, y'all saw Katrina. It covered communities. And it's gone. It's gone. That's deep.
All that water.
It's gone. Where does it go?
Gone.
Ciao. All right.
It's giving me chills.
Right? It turns out Revelations is good. It's good to read Revelations. All right. Revelations 13. Melissa, do you want to read?
Do I want to read? Kind of we're on Revelation 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just looking. So what number is that you're on?
It's Revelations. Go to Revelations. In the back.
Yeah, I'm on that.
And it's
I'm Revelation 13.
Start there at
and then
13.
After that, gives you the number.
Start at 13.
Uh-huh.
Start at 13.
Start at 13 and goes down. That's 13, 2, 3.
Exactly.
4. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'll start off.
Go for it.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads, 10 horns, upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of Basil. I cannot say that name. Belgium.
Is it blasphemous?
Blasphemous.
Okay.
I'm learning a new word today, blasphemous.
Yes. I think it's a bad name, though. I'm going to look it up. But you keep going.
Blasphemous. I never heard that before.
I think it's only in the Bible, Melissa. You ain't going to hear it. Half these words you ain't going to hear because it's just in the Bible. But let me look it up. Oh, against God. Something that's against God. Blasphemous. Sacrilegious, against God, against sacred things. It means to like curse. It's profane.
Wow.
So it has like a curse word. The dragon had a curse word. All right.
And it says, wow, that's something new that I know now.
Me too. I had to look it up. Ain't no shame in being, in learning something new. That's the one thing I don't care. I learn something new every day. My mama taught me that. Go ahead, Melissa.
The beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. His feet were as the feet of a bear. His mouth as the mouth of a lion. The dragon gave him his power, his seat, great authority. I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. His deathly wound was healed. All the world wondered after the beast. They worshiped the dragon which gave power unto the beast. They worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Wow. There was given unto his mouth, speaking great things. And again, they have that. But Basilment, but it says
Blasphemy.
bullshit. Blasphemy. Yeah, but it says blasphemy now. And the power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
So hold on, Melissa. Hold on, Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
So the dragon, we know, is the devil, right? Or evil, right? The dragon went after the woman, tried to kill the woman because he didn't get to the child. So he's like, all right, I don't get to the child, I'm going to get to you. The earth saves the woman, right? But the dragon is still roaming the earth.
Right.
Remember? He was sent down to earth, which I believe is the devil. The devil came down in form of a dragon, right? So now he's showing the people, and this could be like politicians and shit, right? He's showing the people, hey, I've got a magic trick. I've got this sea monster. And look, the sea monster curses, right? And instead of people turning away, they're looking at it and they're going, oh my God. They're more admiring the sideshow, right? Because when you were talking, it felt like a circus, right? Look what the bear can do. Look what the lion can do. Look, right? And then this blasphemous being, sea monster, was allowed to speak vile words. Vile. Melissa, for 42 months. Do you know how many years that is?
42.
That's at least 1, 2, 3. That's at least 3.5, 4 years.
And you know what, too, Tracy? The fact that he had power is what makes people go, I want power too.
Yes, but it's presumed power, right? Instead of looking at this being like, oh my God, let me turn away. I'm not going to look at this in awe. It's right? Like, you got to be able to turn away from it or to make it go away. You can't give it attention. What is evil love? Evil loves attention. Think about it. You know, every serial killer out there, it's not that they just serial kill. They always announce it to the world. By the way, I just killed 3 women in the desert of Arizona. They always send a note somewhere. Right? Because all of a sudden they realize I'm doing something and nobody notices and I'm good at it, right? So they start sending notes. Hey, I know you got some missing people. And it's like, what? Because evil likes attention. So this blasphemous monster, you know, the dragon is dragging the blasphemous monster. They get along because they're cut from the same cloth, right? So the dragon is the circuit master, and the blasphemous thing is the dragon's puppet. You know?
Or it's a blasphemy. You know what really makes me think about? That, like, the dragon has a puppet box on his hand. And it can make it human. And it can just go and talk to people. You know, people don't realize that it's an illusion.
You know, funny you should say that, because I think there was a Twilight episode of a puppet. In fact, I'm confident of it. Of that hand puppet and a guy, right? And it got to the point where it was a hand puppet, right? But it got to the point where the guy began to believe that the puppet was real. And the puppet started to talk back. And the puppet got evil, right? And was driving the man crazy. And then at the end, I'm going to see if I can find the episode. At the end of the episode, you see the puppet being thrown somewhere. Melissa, it was just a puppet.
Wow. You know what, Tracy?
Yeah.
I remember a couple of years ago, I'm going to say when I was maybe I'm going to say maybe 10 years old. And me and my sisters and brothers and my mom were walking home, and we see a puppet on the ground, right?
What?
And it's a white puppet. I think it was a white, we see a puppet on the ground. And I was like, my mom was like, that looks creepy. And we all said, yeah, it's creepy. Like, we didn't touch it or nothing. We just walked past it, but it's like you stopped and looked. And I was just like, I would never want to touch that. You know?
Yes.
It was creepy. It was like it had.
Yes. So Melissa, I found a portion of it on YouTube, so I'm going to send it over just so you know what I'm talking about. But you can find the whole episode on Amazon if you have Amazon. But I'm going to send a snippet of it over. Wait. Child, get over here. I'm going to send a snippet of it over. You know, there were things back in the day, Melissa, that I used to watch. And I would be like, why am I watching this? But it always comes back and makes sense later. And I feel like this puppet episode reminds me of this in Revelations, where the dragon is the master and this thing coming out, this sea creature coming out of the water is the puppet. And Melissa, you can always relate this back to people, right? Because, you know, like mean girls will create other mean girls, right? Gang members will create other gang members. Does that make sense? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Did I lose you, Melissa? No. Where's my Melissa? Oh. I think I lost Melissa, guys. I'm still on, but now I have to find Melissa. God damn it. All right, hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. No, still on. Oh, man. All right. Oh, I know what happened. Oh, I know what happened. Hold on, Melissa. Oh, wait. There you go. Melissa. Oh, no. Melissa. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. All right. Let me get rid of the Twilight Zone. See? That's why you shouldn't fuck with the Twilight Zone either, people. It's all very suspect. Oh, the call dropped. Okay. Melissa, call back in. I'm going to get rid of her. All right. Let me, I'm back. Oh. I just cut you off. Come back in again. I'm so sorry. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. See? Them Twilight episodes are evil. Are you there? Damn it.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Tracy, you can hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, great. Listen, my phone hanged up on me, and I was like, oh. I said, y'all just don't want me to say what I seen, huh?
Ah.
Because we seen the puppet and we didn't touch it.
Yeah.
And it was just laying there like it was, you know, I was like, we're not bringing that with us. We're going to leave it there, like, ew. Yeah. So, you know, sometimes things have energy.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And some things you just don't pick up and say, I'm going to bring it home.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Oh, child. I'm sure it was before we had cell phones, right? Where you could take a picture of it, right?
Yeah, it was it cell phones back then? It was cell phones back then, but you know what, too, I remember? It was more beepers. It was beepers, and
yes.
If you had a cell phone, it
wasn't like today. Great. That's why I love the cell phones of today. Yes.
It was a little box, you know?
Yes. That's why I love the cell phones of today, because now you whip out that phone, you got witness, you got this, that, and the third. I bet it was a evil puppet, Melissa. I'm getting that. I think it was evil or had a spirit inside.
Absolutely.
All right, let me see what everybody's saying.
Maybe the dragon.
What you say?
Maybe the dragon had created the blossom. Right?
Yes. Oh, Marie, yes, the black and white version. Marie says she remembers that one, the black and white. Yes, the black and white version. I do like X-Files. I think I'm going to start reinvesting in the X-Files series because let me tell you something, guys. A lot of that is true to life. I know. There's another one. I remember that. Beyond Belief. You heard me, Melissa?
I remember Beyond Belief, yeah.
Yep. Starseed, Patty Gemini is bringing that up. I'm going to start reinvesting in some of these shows. Oh, somebody needs to fix their tire. Because, go ahead, Melissa.
That's you brought up the X-Files. I'm glad that you brought up the X-Files because I used to watch it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody wanted to watch it with me. I'm like, why don't you people? Don't you want to find out?
Yes. Yes. Let me tell you something. Start reinvesting in some of those old shows. Because the thing is, God authorized people these visions. So what looked like science fiction is going to about to be real. And if you look at the old shows in the form of education, you won't be so afraid, or you might know what to do. Some of these shows are giving you directives.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start investing in
it's like they authorized by God
to show us. Yes, to show us the future. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's get back to Revelations 13, Melissa.
All right. It says he opened his mouth. He opened his mouth, blossom, against God. Blossom. His name, his
Tabernacle. Mm-hmm.
And that dwell in heaven. Dwell. You know that sounds like lost souls when I hear dwell?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like they don't want to go to the light. They just, linger.
Yes. Yes. I think you're right. That's what.
But they don't know they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they don't know they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to know what's on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Wow.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kinders and tongues and nations.
Mm.
All that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that lendeth into captivity,
Mm-hmm.
shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. The patience and the faith of the saints.
Yes. Now I got a little confused, Melissa. So they worship the dragon. He is like the beast who is able to make war with him. I saw one of the heads has been mortally wounded, and the deadly wound was healed. And all the world marveled and followed the beast. All right. So they worshiped the dragon, gave authority. Oh, they worshiped the dragon because they were like in awe of the dragon, and they worshiped the dragon. And then I couldn't understand who they was. They gave authority to the beast that came out of the water. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like this beast? Who is able to make war with him? And he was given a mouth speaking great things and blasphemy. He was given authority to continue for 42 months. Then he opened his mouth against God and those that lived in heaven. It was granted to him to make war. Oh, that's where I got confused. It said it was granted to him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. I think it was granted to him from the people. They were so enamored by this monster that could heal his own head wound and curse and curse and curse. And they were falling in love with this evil thing, Melissa. And they even said to him, go against God. Go fight the heavens. Go fight earth or heaven. That's weird. Can you imagine? Because, Melissa, something like that is really going to happen, right? Does it have to be a dragon? Or does it have to be, could be a politician, right?
Wow. That actually can say, that can actually go and make people agree with him.
Yep.
To start a war.
Yep. And to go against God.
And to go against God.
Mm-hmm. See, what happened, Melissa?
Imagine like the things come down here.
Mm. Say that again now.
You know how huge the saints are? You imagine the saints come down here? I think people will be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, is this real?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you would think, who more would they be? Would they go on the side with the saints, or would they go on the side with the dragon?
Well, they're already showing, right? They're already showing that they will be on the side of the dragon, right? They're already proving that. And not to call any one particular person, a beast, right? But what if the beast at one point was Trump, right? What if the dragon was like Manafort, right? Manafort was the puppet master for Trump, right? I promise you, if Trump said something against God, his people would be like, up yours to God. I promise you, it hasn't gotten to that point.
Yeah.
But I promise you, they would do that. Like, they're one step short of cursing God. They put America before God, right? They put the land of America.
Right, you're absolutely right.
Right, Melissa? So they're just this close to praising, you know, the leadership of Trump and going against God. They're this close. Because they are insane.
You know what? And you know what, too, during the time that Trump was in power, it made people get a little bit more vocal and crazy.
But just like in the Bible, right?
About what things, it's much, and they praised him.
When the dragon,
they praised him as what?
Right?
Yeah.
They praised the dragon. Yes, and it doesn't matter. Like, notice what the dragon did. The dragon said, "Up yours, God, up yours," to their face, and they were like, "Yeah, yeah," and it's like, what? Right? All the while, the dragon is puppeteering this. The dragon could be Manafort. Because if you know the history of how Trump came to power, Manafort was the puppeteer. You know, interesting enough, they were talking about the Twilight Zone and the puppet and who's mastering who, right? It gets a little convoluted. So what is this? You know, Melissa, when I was younger, I tried reading Revelations, but Revelations was too scary, right? Well, I'm older now, right? And now with the political world and COVID, Revelations is making so much more sense to me. I get it. God always speaks in parable. The whole time Jesus was here, Jesus never spoke English. He only spoke in parables. They'd be like, "Jesus, why are you here?" He goes, "Sit down. Let me tell you a story." And you're like, "No, answer the question." He goes, "I do it my way. Listen to this parable." And you're like, "Okay, fine. We're going to listen to the parable, Jesus." Right? He never spoke. He never spoke directly, ever. Never. Even when they wanted to stone that woman, Jesus didn't say, "Don't stone her." Jesus said, "Are you without sin? If you're without sin, go ahead and throw the stone." But in that was said, if you throw that stone, other people know your sin. Somebody else out there knows your sin. So if you throw that stone, you're going to get revealed. Because Jesus said, if you are without sin, then fuck it, throw it. Right?
Wow. Yeah.
He never spoke complete English to anybody. He never spoke in complete sentences. He said to Judas, "Listen, somebody here in this group, they're going to turn me in. Not me, Lord, not me." And Jesus like, "Oh my God. All right." He never pointed out Judas. He never said, "Dude, you're the one. I already know." Get out of here. Martin Luther King was the same thing. You can always tell the saints. They don't speak English. Martin Luther King stood in front of 1,000, 3,000, 100,000 people and said, "I can't see the promised land. I will not get there." You're like, what the hell are you talking about now? What do you mean? I was shown the promised land. Now we're Moses? Same thing. They don't speak English, the highly evolved ones. They talk in poetry. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, Melissa. Because if you admire the dragon, you won't get the message.
Oh, especially when it's about the air.
Right. If you admire something like
Yeah.
the dragon, you'll never understand a saint that's talking. And that's done by design. Yep.
That's deep, Tree.
That's deep. That is deep. Yep. Yeah. Notice even, Melissa, ask yourself when you give psychic readings and sometimes spirit gives you an impression and you're like, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing a bunny. And your client will say, what do you mean? What does the bunny mean? And sometimes you'll get somebody else that says, I know what the bunny means, Melissa. I understand. And you're like, you do? You get it? You're just so happy when someone understands the language of spirit.
Yeah. And sometimes people go one ear out the other. But you could be talking about the whole bike thing and what color it is. And, you know, they don't say, well, you know, they don't just, if they sit back and listen, then they'd be like, I had a bike, you know, but it was taken away when I was 5 years old. You know, that could be post-traumatic. That could have been like stress or, you know, some type of like, I don't trust my father because he took my bike away to go buy drugs. You know, but just blocked it. Yes.
Or could it be that they're more enamored by the sea dragon? That they can't hear. They can't hear you talking when spirit is talking to you. It's difficult because they've been so enamored by the sea dragon. They're enamored by stress and arguing and cheating and this, that, and the third. Do you see what I mean? Like, that's what you admire. That's your world. And it's so like the message is the message will never hit their airwaves. Like they won't. They'll never get it. Exactly. So when they come to you for a reading and you start having these visions in the reading to help them, sometimes you get the one that goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. And they might say that because they're so busy admiring the sea dragon that's being puppeteered by the devil. Right? And other times you get a client that's like, I get it. And you're like, no, I want to explain it because I always have to explain it. So just let me explain it. And they're like, no, Tracy, I get it. I know exactly what the bunny means. And I'm going to make some changes. Like, damn, you didn't even need me to work. You going to put in the work now. Right. Because in order to not be enamored by the evil's circus out there and not be in awe of something that could curse God, right? You'd have to go in your house, Melissa. You have to go in your house. You have to shun your way from too much of anything, right? Being around folks that drink too much, being around partying too much, knowing damn well that if you go to the party, cousin so-and-so and cousin so-and-so are going to have a fight. I'm not fitting to referee that fight anymore. I might have done it in the past and I got hurt. So I'm not fitting to referee that fight. So you might go to the barbecue when you see the first cousin show up, right? If you're not enamored, if you're not enamored by the sea monster and the chaos that you know will ensue, you're going to leave. You're going to be like, I got to go to work, guys. You don't say, the minute cousin show up, I'm out. You don't say that because you already know cousin comes late so that cousin can make an entrance. Like, you know, cousin's a sea dragon. She gonna make an entrance. Hey! I'm here. Woohoo! Hey, girl, that's cousin. And you give her all that energy back. Girl, how you doing? You leaving? Yo, you know, gotta go to work, but you look good. Look at you. You get in your car and you're like, fuck that cousin. I'm not trying to save her from no fight. I love her to death. She gonna fight a fight by herself. No. I went to a funeral of a cousin that I absolutely loved. I mean, this girl dying. She's never come through. But I know she's around, or she might have come back I think she might have came, but it doesn't really matter. We had her funeral, and her sister was the explosive one, right? And so I was in California, this was in New York, and I was like, I do not want to have problems with that cousin. I said, I'm coming for my cousin's funeral. I'm not coming for her dramatics. So if she steps to me, I expect all of you to have my back. Because I'm not showing my ass at my beloved cousin's funeral. I'm not doing that, Melissa. So my family, they were on checkpoint. Yeah. Everybody stood. Even my ex-husband, he was so glad to take a role. Oh my God. He sat next to me. He was my protector. He was so glad to participate. I was dying, right? And Melissa, I was dying. I was like, Lord have mercy, Rose. You done made this man, protect me. But, you took it. I had to take it because, But in any case, at the end of the funeral, I looked around. I got out the church and I looked around. And I always have a conversation with Spirit. And I said, Spirit, what do I do? Because all the family was around. All her friends were around. We got to go back to the dinner and talk and laugh and, praise her life. And I looked around and I heard Spirit say, go home. I was in Brooklyn. So I went to my sister's. Was my mother alive then? I went to my niece's house, which was my mother's condo, right? And so I said to them, I said, I gotta go. I said, Terry, I gotta go. Separated from my ex-husband, showed him gratitude, like gave him a hug. Thank you for being there. And I left. I think my ex-husband, stayed with my family because they ain't never tossed him aside. To this day, if he shows up to that family, they'd be like, oh my God, we love you more than Tracy. Get in here, right? So I think he stayed. They went back to the repast at my aunt's house, who was still living. It was her daughter that died. And the cousin showed her ass. She physically fought everyone. And when I got back, they were like, Tracy. And I was like, I know. I knew it. I saw it. I knew it. I gave myself peace. Went on the boardwalk, because this is Coney Island. Went on the boardwalk. Had me some nasty Chinese food. But you can't go to Brooklyn unless you have some of that good old nasty Chinese food. I was fine. That nasty Chinese food in Brooklyn? The rice be all dark and black. Would you eat that shit up? And Melissa, I was fine. Right?
Wow.
Because who do you worship, Melissa? Do you worship the dragon that could curse God? Or do you worship the spirit inside of you that tells you, nope. I listen to the spirit of God inside of me. All right, these are just examples. Whew, child. We are talking up a storm. All right, Melissa. Let's see what we got. Let me see how much time we have. Hold on. What you say, Melissa? What you say?
I said, do you want me to continue to read?
Please go for it. I'm enjoying this. Are you enjoying this?
I'm enjoying enjoying this too. I'm just like, you know, there's always some, you know, talking about funerals, always somebody that's gonna be like, this is gonna be a fight. Someone's gonna fight. You know, someone's gonna really, you know, you just know that family member that knows that can come in the room and set off an energy that makes everybody just want to just, you know, be mean to each other, you know?
Yes. The dragon. The dragon, yeah. Who do you worship? Yeah. All right. And I just want to know, before you start, Melissa, are you guys enjoying this chapter? This is a very exciting chapter. Are you guys, and can you relate to politics? Can you relate to your family life? Like, who's the dragon, right? Who's the dragon in your family, right? And how do you handle the dragon in your family, right? Because that's not energy that you can change, right? The dragon has to see themselves. But do you see the dragon? And if you see the dragon, how do you handle the dragon in your family? I came to the Caribbean, Melissa. I kept moving and moving till I got to the Caribbean. When I tell you I want peace, I'm not joking.
No.
Brett says his mom. Okay, I believe you. Yes. Yes. Well, I just want to add this real quick, Brett. I would have thought that my mom was the dragon, right? But my mom was a victim of dragons. And so, yes, her sisters, like that Cinderella story, that is some true stuff, right? She was the prettiest out of her sisters.
Right.
Please, if any of my family members are listening to this, they're gonna kick my ass. But fuck it, she was the prettiest, right? And they just didn't like her. Her sisters, they just didn't like her. And I think there was one brother that was raised with them. Then they had a whole host of outside brothers from my grandfather's side. Don't even get me started there. But she never quite fit into her family. Never quite fit into her family. And a lot of her responses to her children growing up was always mixed. It was always like, if she's mad inside her head, we got the anger, but we didn't know what she was mad at. She would just be mad. Right? But there was no way of knowing this, right? And then when she was happy, she was amazing. So it was just so interesting to be raised in a chaotic, emotionally chaotic situation, because when you woke up every day, you didn't know what you were getting.
Oh, look at that. You got validation.
Validation. That's right, Melissa. And then remember, she was gifted, Melissa. She literally saw spirits, and not the best looking spirits, right? And they too, remember we talked about this on Wednesday. They put her in an insane asylum for 3 months when she was 16 years old. That's how they thought to handle her problem.
Her problems, yeah.
Yeah. And her problems never went away.
That had to be very traumatic.
It was traumatic. It would have had to have been, Melissa. It would have had to have been.
It's like kind of like if one is going through something like that. It's like, do you want to go back to your family after dealing with that?
You know, Melissa, funny you should say that. I think now that you say that, what I remember now today is that my mother begged them to let her stay in the hospital.
Wow.
Yep. I remember that now. Today, that's the memory that just came to me. She begged them to let her stay. Because that's how bad.
It's like she had to,
Yep. So I'm just saying, even to Brett, you'll discover as the years go by, you'll begin to discover pity and sympathy for the life that they led, even while they were trying to raise you. All of a sudden, you're like, I don't know if I'm mad at her anymore. Like, if I had sisters like that, I don't know if I would be any better. If I had a husband like my dad, who was a good man as long as he could cheat. And you know what's women, we're not down for that shit. You know?
Sometimes you gotta put your foot down and say, no, if you want to be with me, you can't do the cheating thing.
But did they?
But you know what?
But they didn't say that, Melissa. They didn't say that back in the day. Divorce wasn't that type of an option back in the day. She wasn't working. Dad was an executive. Where was she gonna go? And let me tell you something.
Wow.
When she made that decision, she did not think it through. We wound up in the middle of Harlem, and you want to talk about a culture shock from suburban kids? Nope. I was 13 years old in the middle of Harlem, and them Harlem girls, they did not like me. Not the street girls. The street girls didn't like me. I wound up inside of a church with really good church friends, thank God. They were good people. But the streets, they were going to take me down. They were going to kill me. I already know it. In any case, I'm going off, Melissa. I'm sorry.
We're not going off. You're talking about the times where, women had to, they were home, and the husband was making the money. It's like the husband had the power to do what he wants.
Yes.
Yes. Versus now where where you can actually say, what's my plan going to be to get out this situation?
Right. Yeah. Or, I know women, you're going to see this in a lot of your readings. I know women that are like, I waited till my kids were grown before I made a move.
That's a sacrifice too.
That's a sacrifice, yes. Whew, ciao. All right, let's get a little bit more out. I'm so sorry. Whew, that got heavy.
That's okay.
Let's finish out.
I know.
Let's finish out 13. Where did you leave off at?
Okay. Where did I leave off at?
Number 7.
Now, okay, so I'll do 13. Huh?
Number 13:7 was the last thing you remember, because I said I got confused. Who granted him to make war with the saints? And I said the people did. I thought it was God, but the people granted him to make war with the saints in heaven. So you're going to read 13:8.
All right, so I'm going to read 13. He does great wonder, so that he make fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Wait, Melissa, go back. What number are you at? 13 what?
Go back.
13 what? Where are you at?
I'm on 13. You said 13:7, right? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I went up. And you said 13. We did 6 already. 7. Oh, okay, yes. I think I was off about that. We did the part with the air and the saint. So I stopped with the saint.
Yes.
And it said, I beheld another beast coming up.
No. Go back to 13:8.
Oh, on 8. Okay. All right. Oh, I see it about the kinder in the tongue and the nation, right? And 13:8 says, all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an heir, let him hear. He has led into captivity, shall go into captivity. He's that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Okay, let's stop there.
And I help.
Hold on, Melissa.
Okay.
Oh, we still got 27 minutes. Okay, go on. We're doing good. We got good timing. We're good.
Okay, and it says, I help another. Huh?
We're good. Go for it.
Oh, you want me to keep going? Okay, and it says, I help another beast coming up and out of the earth. And he had 2 horns like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon. He execute or exercise. I can't even say that word.
I think it's exercise.
He exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wounds was healed. He doth great wonder, so that he make fire come down from heaven on the earth in the saints of God. And deceive them that dwell on earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had wounds by swords and did live. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Damn.
So it's like you don't worship them, that you're going to, it's like you said, like if we didn't, look at other people, like if you didn't worship Trump.
Yep. Yes.
You got people threatening you.
Yes. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You can't win. You can't even say, I just don't want to participate in that. I'm just gonna throw my hands up. I want to be a part of this. And they kill you. Wow. So remember, good people, the good could die. The good can get killed. Remember that. If you don't follow the letter of the law. And Melissa, that brings me to another point, right? Because the first beast came, right? But a second beast showed up, right? It says, then I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spoke to the dragon, right? So I'm curious, politically, Miss Melissa, what if Trump was the first beast? What if there's a second beast behind Trump?
Wow, I never thought about that.
Oh, shit, Melissa.
So
Damn.
we got 2 more beasts to go, and we don't even know who it is.
Right. I mean, but if we apply this to politics, right? What's happening?
Right.
They're determined not to have their belief systems die, right? They're determined. And the way I see it, they're looking for their next leader, right? They don't have a good leader right now. I really don't know who's going to show up for them against, the next presidential election. But if I go by this, there's another beast coming. And I bet you, Melissa, I'll bet you on 3 dimes and a penny, it will not be an old man. It will be middle-aged, 40-ish, attractive, away with words, mesmerizing. It will not be an old man. Nope.
You know what I'm hearing too? Spirit saying someone who can capture the light in the audience.
Well, how is it when we watch a play? Aren't we captivated by the lights of a play? Don't we believe in the play, in the movie, right?
Right. Capture the light in the audience.
And Kay, to answer your question, your statement, there's this part in the Bible that we started reading today where the dragon is the one that's causing the tension. And he pulled the first beast out of the water. And everybody's looking at the beast, right? So we said, well, what if the beast was Trump? But it's the dragon that's manipulating, and that would have been Manafort. You know what, Kay? I was going to say that, but I was afraid to say it. I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, but how, God? Why? Are you sure? Like, I was thinking, but Kay, this is validation. Kay says, correct, Tracy, I won't be surprised if he's ethnic, maybe of Mexican descent. We're not calling out Mexicans, but we're calling out the ability to be of a lighter persuasion. And has power he wants to obtain. Right. Because, it's the color of the skin that matters to them. Right? So could it be, it's like Obama, right? The white folks voted in Obama because he was half white. They never saw the color of his skin. They saw the white in him. So could the next beast be whitish, but it satisfies them because they see white. They won't see ethnicity in him. They're going to see what they need to see to get what they need to get. And could the beast, the next beast, be ethnic? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the politicians, the white politicians, there's not enough youth coming through. Yeah, it's possible. And then with there you go, Melissa. There you go. Now we get the whole Latinx moving over to this ideology. Oh, a Mexican president. That's what the Mexicans are going to say, right? The whites are going to say, oh, a president that believes like us. White, they're going to say. Much like how they got Obama in there. The blacks were like, he's black. The whites were like, he's white. And together, we put him in. So the same thing could happen for evil. We did it for good. But in this era where whites have an issue with, is America all white or not? Right? That's their issue, right? Is America all white?
Yeah.
So if they can get somebody in there that has, 60-40 percentage, they'll take him. And you know what else, Melissa? I think he's a dark horse. So I think he's not being shown yet. I think he's a dark horse. It's like the dark moon. Just because the moon is dark don't mean it ain't there. So
Tracy, I don't know what I'm thinking about this guy named. But what about that Booker T guy? Is he mixed?
Booker T?
Yeah, is he mixed?
The black guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's
But
mixed.
he's whiter.
Wait, I don't know what you're talking about. I think he's Booker T. No, Booker T. No, you know who I think it could be? I don't know. I know Andrew Yang turned on the Democrats. Right? Could be an Andrew Yang type too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's mixed. But it will be somebody ethnic, whose skin.
Yeah, it's gonna be somebody ethnic. It could be someone that could be, like you said, can hold both sides.
Thank
you. It can be someone that says that person can be, let's say, maybe half that person could be half white and got a ascendance of being Irish or whatever.
Exactly. That's what they're gonna pounce on. They're gonna pounce on the 60% white and take that as their leader. But remember, what we're saying is that you and I will see evil. They will see, thank God you came along, dragon, and brought us the sea monster. Thank you. You and I are going to see evil. And if something like Trump shows up again, watch. You can't have conversations out in the street against the newest character, right? They might kill you in the street. So it's kind of like, yeah. Melissa, I got somebody on. It's kind of like what, Melissa? I'm sorry. Go for it.
No, it's when you was talking, it made me feel like when you can't talk about nobody in the street, because everywhere has everybody has cameras on their house, right?
Yeah.
And like in bad neighborhoods, they have they have the camera on the corners now, right?
Yes.
So it's like you couldn't speak bad of the person that's gonna be the next dragon when they sign papers saying that they are sweared in.
Exactly. So, Melissa, I have somebody here. I don't know if they want to talk, but I just want to see if they have their own opinion in everything that we're talking about. Hi, Priestess Ifa Shaye. But also, okay, let me bring this up. So Kay says, you know how in Canada it's ran by a Cuban affiliate from the Castro's family. So Canada is dealing with similar food shortages as Cuba. It's Trudeau, Castro's daddy. I'm just putting it out there. I know things, Kate, right? Is Trudeau Castro's son? All right. Let me know what you think, Kay.
Wow.
Hi, 708. 708, you're on the air, or are you just listening? Okay, I'm going to assume that she's just listening. He or she, who knows.
Mm-hmm.
But you are so welcome to say something. I'm going to leave the mic open if I made a mistake, and I'll check back with you in a couple of minutes, okay? 708? Area code 708? Okay, Melissa, continue on. We still got 15 minutes, so this is good.
All right, let me get back to it. Because I was sitting here looking up I was like trying to look up and see what's the guy. Oh my God, you're gonna have to forgive me because I have to go back on my phone and look because I want to cut myself up. Oh, wait a minute, let me see. It won't take me back to what I was on before.
Do you want me to read it?
Sure, till I get there, yeah.
Okay, let me know when you get there, okay? I'm going to go over the one you just went over anyway. And he deceives those who dwell on the earth by those signs which he was granted to do in the sight of the beast, telling those who dwell on the earth to make an image to the beast, who was wounded by the sword and lived. Are you there, Melissa?
Yeah, I'm here now.
13:15, go for it.
And we're on 15, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And he has the power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Mm.
And he caused all, both small and great, rich or poor, free and bond,
Enslaved.
to receive a mark in their right head or in their forehead, that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark.
Oh, shit.
Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is the wisdom. Let him that I understand count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, that his number is 666.
666. So here's the part that bothers me, Melissa, right? And this is what we're going through right now with vaccine mandates, right? So it says, and no one may buy or sell except the one that has the mark or the name of the beast or the number. No one may buy or sell. He causes both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, right? So that's the beginning of vaccine mandates, right? Good morning.
Right.
Right now, in some places, you can't go to a restaurant without the card saying that you've been vaccinated, right? Right now, right? But I find
right
it
now.
Huh?
Yeah, that's happening. Even one of my friends was telling me she was trying to go on Red Lobster in Manhattan, and you couldn't get in unless you have your vaccine card.
Right. But I think
Isn't that something?
yes, But I think it's interesting that this vaccine mandated card is a joke when when the Omicron variants keep coming and the vaccines aren't working for the new vaccines, right? But that's neither here nor there. But it's already started. So the next thing is to put the mark in your hand, right? Or on your arm or on your forehead. That's the chip that's coming, right? And so now with the right, that's how this is now relatable. And then they're going to say to you, show me your chip to get into a grocery store.
I used to hear that over the years, right?
Mm-hmm.
That, we're going to have a chip where you have to, you're right. You go to the grocery, you want to go into, if you don't have the chip, then you can't go to a grocery store. If you don't have a chip, then you can't, access anything publicly.
That's right.
That's hard.
Well, I just think that the Bible is showing us that it's coming, right? He causes small and great, right? So small and great means children and elderly and anything in between, the poor and even the enslaved, right? To receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads. That is coming. Here's the thing that bothers me. In the Bible, it says, and that no one man may buy or sell except one who has the mark.
Wow, it's like if you don't have that, then you won't gain. You can't go when it comes to getting goods and stuff from a different country. They might say, well, if you don't have the mark, then you can't receive.
Or I can't
you can't receive the goods.
I can't even go shopping, Melissa. I can't buy food.
No.
Like it's gonna come to that.
Wow.
That I can't even go into a grocery store unless I sign up. So the vaccine mandates is the beginning of this chip. Trust and believe. That means, Melissa, I will never be able to travel again. And just getting back to the COVID, what if this was always going to be the case? What if the COVID is teaching us to sit down now, start accepting, and minimizing what you eat, right? Because what if this was always going to be? And COVID is teaching us to sit down and redirect our energies and find simple things, right? Like learn to garden, learn to build your own garden, because it could come to a chip, right? The vaccines are the beginning, but it could come down to a chip where they tell you what you can and cannot do. Can you imagine having a chip and you wind up at the hospital, and in order to be serviced, you have to have the vaccine?
Wow.
If you can't prove that you got the vaccine?
Makes me feel like.
Go ahead, Melissa.
What makes me feel like? Also, if it comes down to the chip thing, especially the mom and pop stores, they're gonna be forced to have that, right? Just like now they're forced to make sure people come in the store with a mask, right? The mom and pop stores.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine if people say, I'm not gonna get that chip. That means they're not gonna be able to keep their mom and pop store,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
So that means their goods will go bad.
Yes. But let's
You
add,
know?
let's add to that. Let's add that people are fighting back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Let's add that people are fighting back. No one's taking this bullshit. And if there's a restaurant that says you have to show your vaccine mandate, then don't go to that restaurant. Then you put that restaurant out of business. There is a way to stop this matrix.
That's true.
Which is why the Ottawa, Canada truckers are fighting so hard, right? Because they're not down for the bullshit. Right. They're like, no, you can't tell us what to do. And by the way, we're delivering your food. So you're going to tell us in order to come into Canada, we have to be vaccinated, but we're delivering your food. So guess what we're going to do? We're not going to deliver food to Canada. We're going to stop right at the border. And now Canada, Ottawa, has to call in a state of emergency because they're not getting food. Because this is now not making sense. So there's a way to stop the beast, is what I'm saying. But do you have the discipline? Remember, Melissa, when we were talking about the beast coming out the water and he busted his head open and then he healed himself and people were like, oh my God, the beast, look, he did a great thing, right? You and I should not be looking at that. We should be like, that's a lot. I don't even know what that is. I'm going in my house. I'm turning away from the beast, right? But then when you look further, the beast gets bigger and bigger. Is the beast a person? Is it a thing? Is it the vaccine, right? Is it the CDC? Is it Fauci? Who knows, right? But it gets bigger. And then the beast says, or the dragon or the second beast says, listen, if you don't worship the beast, then you die, right? So remember, good people are going to die if you turn away from the beast. Still turn away from the beast, right? So the truckers, they're not bad people. They're saying, I see the beast in this. That's what they're saying. And it's beautiful to fight. Fight the system. Fight the beast.
90 seconds.
Melissa.
Absolutely.
Melissa, how can people reach you?
Oh, they can reach me on Instagram. Mm-hmm. You can DM me on Instagram at the Melissa Burton Show. And also you can call in today. I start at 12:30 today Eastern Time. And you can call in for a free psychic reading. And the telephone number is 914-205-5699.
Okay, I just typed it in. What time? At 12:30 Eastern Time for the Melissa Burton Show and a free reading. Melissa also talks about Melissa also talks about say that again, Melissa?
Yeah, I talk about crystals.
Crystals.
And, and how my day went, because there's always something.
It's always something.
10 seconds.
I love to hear your stories of the week, Melissa. They are amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Come on over to YouTube, Melissa. All right. So if you want to watch the Melissa Burton Show, listen, not watch. If you want to listen to the Melissa Burton Show, and if you want a free reading, dial 914. Let me do it over again. 914-205-5699. Press 1 so you can get into the queue. Press 1 to get into the queue. I know, sweetie. I know it cut you off, as always. I get down to the 90 seconds, and I'm like, no, it's over. Last time I checked, we had 27 minutes, and then 90 seconds is how it's announced. But Melissa, I want to thank you. This Revelations. Are you guys liking Revelations? And yes, bravo to all the truckers. Thank you. Thank you. Bravo to all the truckers, right? They have insight that we do not have enough of, and they recognize the beast. They recognize the beast. Woo! All right. They love it. Kay, Lottie, Brett. Woo, chow. We are reading Revelations, and it is deep, and it's relatable. Funny how maturity makes a big difference. I could never. I tried to read Revelation when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, the beast and the dragon. Oh, I cannot do this. And then you get spiritually strong. There's nothing better than spiritual strength, let me tell you. Nothing better. You get spiritually strong, and you begin to recognize and see that beast every day of your life, and you look at the beast in the eye and you go, nope, I'm turning the other direction. Nope, not looking at you. No. Not playing the game of evil. You could see it in your family members. You could see it in your co-workers, and you don't engage. You just don't engage. And you live your life as comfortably as you possibly can. You reach out to others as a service to yourself, because what's going to matter in the end is your service. Your service to others, right? Not fighting back, not feeling shameful, not being mad. Well, these are all natural emotions. But in the end, what is God going to want from you? He's going to say, how did you give back at the worst times of your life? How'd you give back? You want to make sure you're giving back at the worst times of your life. When it's good, you want to give the world, but at the worst times. I remember there was a time I was broke. I had moved to Chicago. I was having some babysitting issues. I just couldn't stay at my job because I could not compromise my son's, life when he got home from school, and they had different rules in Chicago that New York didn't have. And I had family in New York. I had no one in Chicago. So the only choice was to quit school. And I wound up with a part-time job at Chicago Parent. Never forget this. And I walked to the job. Child, I used to be skinny. Now I walk everywhere. The weight doesn't come off. But back in the day, child, you know when you got metabolism in you, because I was skinny. And I was walking to the job. And back in the day, I'm aging myself, McDonald's used to close at 10 p.m. There was no such thing as 24-hour service. And at the time, McDonald's had 2 for $5. And I needed McDonald's every night just to get us dinner, because I was not going to get a check for 2 weeks, right? So I said, and trust and believe, I'm not even sure where half this money came from, but I knew that I could pick up a sandwich on the way to work. Listen to this, guys. And which was at 12, right? It was part-time. I left work at 4:30, go pick up my son from school at 5, stayed till 6 o'clock, so it worked out. But I would pick up the lunch at 12, carry it to work, go pick up my son, because remember, I didn't have a car, so it's not like I can go pick him up and go to McDonald's. Went straight home, and around 6 or 6:30, we were eating one of the two sandwiches. And it saved our life until I got, my paycheck and I can actually cook, right? One day, I was going to work and I had the two sandwiches. I had a fish for my son and a Big Mac for myself. And this man asked me for money. And I said, I just spent my last. It was 2 for $5. I said, I just spent my last, so I don't have the money. And I walked away. And he had his back up against the concrete wall. And I turned back around and I said, listen, I swear I don't have the money, but I've got 2 sandwiches. Do you want one? Seriously, I was hoping he would say no, right? I was like, do you want one? And he said, yes. And I said, take one. One's a hamburger, one's a fish. I don't remember which one he took, but knowing him, he took the fish, right? And I didn't get the memo that the fish is the fisher of men. Knowing him, he took the fish. So that night, he takes the fish, and I begin to walk. I didn't walk but a foot. And when I turned around, he had disappeared. And that was the first time I encountered an angel. That was the first time I saw that angels can be disguised as people. And I was so concerned that he disappeared. I didn't walk anywhere. I turned around. And when I turned around again, I only turned around because I felt good about what I did. I realized I sacrificed dinner for us, but it felt good. And so I turned around again. He was gone. There was nobody on the sidewalk. I didn't even see him walking down the street, crossing the street. So I turned around to find him. There were no alleyways. And it was the first time I said to myself, and I was young, I said, that was an angel. Be of service, people. Because what I can tell you after that, as broke as I was, my son and I have no memory of being broke. We were never broke. We were never hurt. We were never harmed. Did Spirit say, go back home? And I did, because I hear Spirit very well, even if I didn't know that it was Spirit. But Spirit was like, you're not ready for this alone crap. Go home. But until I made that decision, I was completely protected. We were fed. I could buy groceries. I could take a cab to I was not broke anymore. And I was working a part-time job. Like, that doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense. But learn to be of service in this world of blasphemy and meanness and unkindness. You matter. How you give unto others is everything. All right, I'm gonna take that as validation, Melissa. That's the seaplane. It comes right above my head. It's the cutest thing ever. It's a little tiny plane that lands on the water. It comes above my head like 3 times a day, and I love it. I think it's amazing. All right, I am out of here. Just let me see what everybody is saying. I like hearing about your lived experience. Girl, I got stories. Beautiful, really beautiful. Thank you, Lottie. Brett says, one time my grandma's friend fell at SeaWorld, and a man swooped in and picked her up and set her down. And when we all looked around to thank him, he was gone. An angel. And Jennifer says, oh, Lord, the tears have started, and you have just confirmed my experience for me. Oh, wow. Okay, so the Melissa Burton show will be, what time is it over there, guys? It's 11:40 over there, Eastern time. It's 11:40. So her show will start in 45 minutes, 12:30 Eastern. Sorry, let me just put it down. What am I doing? 12:30 Eastern, the Melissa Burton show. Excuse me. And all you have to do is call in 914-205-5699, or it's on Blog Talk Radio, and just go to the live segment. If you go to the live segment, she shows up there too. Oh, I put 12:30 Eastern. Oh, Jesus Christ. 12:30 Eastern. The Melissa Burton Show, 914 is the number to call in to get a free reading, 914-205-5699. Or on your phone, your iPad, go to Blog Talk Radio and go to the live segment, and the Melissa Burton Show will absolutely show up. And it has it's blue with the, it's a blue with the cross, and then going across the cross is a magical wand. I don't know if everybody can tell that, but that's what it is. All right. Oh, ciao. Thank you, everyone. Kay says she's coming in, Melissa. That was deep, Tracy. Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, oh, ciao, the stories. Yeah, I've lived. I continue to live. That's why I'm in the Caribbean. Got more stories to tell you. This time it'll be in real time. Yes, I'm behind the Bible. Yes. You can still see me. Melissa says, please come, Kay, and anyone else. Go get your free reading, okay? And she tells you about her week. She talks about crystals. It's a really good show. Very proud of you, Melissa. So thank you for your dedication. Thank you. Thank you for your unselfishness. And thank you for your service to others. This is Melissa's service to others. All right, guys? All right. I love you all. Thank you. Let me just leave this up at the last thing, 12:30 Eastern, on Melissa Burton Show, 914-205-5699 on Blog Talk Radio, or on blogtalkradio.com. You can go to the live segment, and you will see the Melissa Burton Show pop up. You can click that way and listen. Oh, ciao. We did good. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love Revelations. And I hope we're all learning something. Hopefully. I don't know. We're trying. Bye.